Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Let me ask you something. Have you ever messed up, maybe failed a test or had a project at work not go as planned and thought to yourself, "That's it, I'm just not good at this"? We've all been there. That feeling of hitting a wall and thinking our abilities are set in stone. But what if I told you that this single thought is the biggest thing holding you back from achieving your full potential? What if the wall isn't real? Today, we're diving deep into a concept that can completely revolutionize how you approach challenges, success, and even your own identity. We're talking about the growth mindset. So, what exactly is a mindset? Pioneering psychologist Carol Dweck describes it as the set of beliefs we hold about ourselves. She discovered that people generally fall into one of two categories: a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. Someone with a fixed mindset believes their intelligence, talents, and abilities are static, unchangeable traits. You're either born smart or you're not. You're either a natural artist or you'll never be able to draw. In this view, challenges are risky. Why? Because if you fail, it feels like a final judgment on your inherent abilities. It's embarrassing. So people with fixed mindsets often avoid challenges, give up easily, and feel threatened by the success of others. Now, let's flip the coin. A growth mindset is the complete opposite. It's the belief that your abilities can be developed through dedication, hard work, and learning. It's not about believing anyone can become Einstein overnight, but understanding that your potential is unknown and that effort is the key to unlocking it. When you have a growth mindset, challenges aren't scary. They're exciting. They are opportunities to learn, to stretch yourself, and to get stronger. Failure isn't a verdict, it's a vital piece of feedback. It's not a stop sign. It's a signpost showing you where you need to focus your efforts next. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, persist through setbacks, and find lessons and inspiration in the success of others. Let's make this real. Imagine two students, Alex and Ben, who both get a C on a difficult math test. Alex, who has a fixed mindset, immediately thinks, "See? I knew it. I'm just bad at math. I'll never get it." He feels defeated, maybe even a little ashamed. He decides to avoid the harder math problems in the future to protect his ego from another blow. He sees the C as a label, a permanent stamp of his mathematical inability. Now, let's look at Ben, who operates from a growth mindset. He sees the same C and thinks, "Okay, this is tougher than I expected. What did I miss? Where did I go wrong?" He doesn't see the grade as a judgment of his intelligence, but as data. He goes to the teacher for help, forms a study group, and spends extra time practicing the concepts he struggled with. For Ben, the "ye" isn't a dead end. It's the starting line for improvement. He understands that his math ability isn't fixed. It's something he can build, one problem at a time. Who do you think is more likely to succeed in the long run? It's Ben, right? He's the one who is actively building his skills, while Alex is stuck believing he can't. This isn't just about school. This applies to everything. Learning a new language, starting a business, getting in shape, mastering a musical instrument, even improving our relationships. Think about the last time you said, "I'm not a morning person," or "I'm just not creative." Those are fixed mindset statements. They close the door on possibility. A growth mindset rephrases that. Instead of, "I'm not a morning person," it says, "I struggle with mornings, but I could try setting my alarm 15 minutes earlier this week." Instead of, "I'm not creative," it becomes, "I can practice creative thinking by trying new things and brainstorming." See the difference? One is a period, the other is a comma. One is an ending, the other is a beginning. So the big question is, how do we actually cultivate a growth mindset? It's a process, not an overnight switch. The first step is simply awareness. Start listening to your own internal monologue. When you face a setback, what does that voice in your head say? Is it the fixed mindset voice saying, "You're a failure"? Or is it the growth mindset voice saying, "What can you learn from this?" Just noticing this is a huge first step. When you catch that fixed mindset voice, you can consciously choose to reframe the thought. A powerful tool for this is changing your language. One of the most effective techniques is adding the word yet to your fixed mindset statements. I can't do this becomes, I can't do this yet. I don't understand this becomes, I don't understand this yet. That one tiny word is magic. It opens the door to future possibility and acknowledges that you are on a journey of learning, not at a final destination. It transforms a statement of permanence into a statement of progress. Step 2 is to actively seek out challenges. If you're only ever doing things you're already good at, you're living in your comfort zone. Growth happens just outside of that zone. Pick something that feels a little daunting. Maybe it's signing up for that public speaking class you've been dreading, trying a new, complex recipe, or learning the basics of a coding language online. The goal isn't immediate perfection. The goal is the process of trying, struggling, and learning. Celebrate the effort, not just the outcome. Did you work hard? Did you stick with it even when it got frustrating? That's the win. Third, embrace feedback and learn from criticism. In a fixed mindset, criticism feels personal, like an attack. In a growth mindset, it's valuable information. Instead of getting defensive when someone points out a mistake in your work, get curious. Ask questions. Thank you for pointing that out. Can you tell me more about what you mean? Or, what would you suggest I do differently next time? This reframes criticism from an insult into a free lesson from a consultant. Every piece of feedback is a clue on how to get better. Let's also talk about the power of neuroscience here. This isn't just feel-good psychology, it's backed by science. When you learn new things and challenge your brain, you literally create new and stronger neural connections. This concept is called neuroplasticity. Your brain is not a fixed, static organ. It's more like a muscle. The more you use it, the more you challenge it in different ways, the stronger and more capable it becomes. So when you're wrestling with a tough problem, you're not just trying to find an answer. You're physically building a better, smarter brain. The struggle itself is making you stronger. Think about the most successful and inspiring people you know. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter was accepted. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. What do they all have in common? They didn't let failure define them. They saw it as a stepping stone. They had an unshakable belief that with effort and persistence, they could improve. They embodied the growth mindset. They understood that success is not about avoiding failure, but about learning to fail forward. So, starting today, I want to challenge you. Pay attention to your thoughts. The next time you hit a roadblock, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what is this teaching me? Reframe your I can't into I can't yet. And remember that every challenge you face is not a test of who you are, but an opportunity to become who you want to be. The journey of growth is one of the most rewarding adventures you'll ever embark on. It's about falling in love with the process, celebrating the effort, and understanding that your potential is not something to be discovered, but something to be built. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope this has given you a new lens through which to view your own journey. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future content. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's one area in your life where you'd like to apply a growth mindset? Let's share and support each other. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video.